It's the place to be, you're gonna get to know. Restaurants and movies appear, amusement parks and ocean piers, war built and loved by family. Atlantic City's face, a changing place, time to lead the way. You want to see the old become the new, remember yesterday. Rolling chairs and trolley cars, Ferris wheels and movie stars, boardwalk built and loved by family. Atlantic City, my hometown. Atlantic City, world's playground. Atlantic City star shines near and far, you can see its glow. You get some sand in your shoes, shells in your hand, it's the place to go. Beauty pageants and parades, cotton candy taffies made, boardwalk built and loved by families. Atlantic City, my hometown. Atlantic City, world's playground. Atlantic City, my hometown. Atlantic City, world's playground.
And welcome back again. I'm Joseph Polillo. This is my twin brother, John Polillo. We show postcards of Atlantic City. This is the Postcard Show, same time, same station every Sunday. What we'd like to do is thank you for tuning in again. Move a little bit closer to your television set, call a friend, tape the show, get to know Atlantic City. John has some knowledge of Atlantic City. I have some information. We're going to trade it with you. We're going to do this show today on the city of Atlantic City in black and whites. What we'd like to do, though, is thank everybody for tuning in. People that we do know, people that speak to us on the street, people that have information about the cards and all. Bump into John and myself that are tuning in. The people of Atlantic City like it. We hope the people of the South Jersey region like it. This television network station goes into all southern New Jersey, may even reach into Delaware. And we want to thank everyone who's helped us put it together and given us our advice on how to do it, such as Travis Holliday, Simone Tran, and Alice Polillo, who is our parent, has given us great instructions.
Well, what we've been doing is showing things to you, and everyone that would know about it or live through it is gone. Now we're going to try to show you things that people still alive today will remember. So tape your shows and you'll have it all before, because everything we're showing you has been, whatever you want to call it, demolished, tore down, wrecked, met the wrecking ball, was dynamited, imploded, exploded. Everything is gone.
No problem.
Except when we show you the modern stuff of what took its place. But this show here, you're going to love this show. I can tell you that right now.
Tune in. Here's one that says 1923 on the back. We'll go right to it. What we're going to do is put it right in the slot. See, this is how we do it. I put it up. Ba-boom, ba-boom, ba-boom. The bounce.
There it is.
Well, let's see. Let me tilt that just a little bit in so that people can get that one.
Here, I'll hold it just
You got that one?
There you go.
Now, that's looking east towards $1 Million Pier from probably the Ritz or the Ambassador, assumably, right?
I would say that's from the Ritz looking east.
All right, there's no convention hall. But if you really could get a magnifying glass, you can see the roller coaster inside the Rendezvous Park building there. That's the Rendezvous Park building there, and there's the, follow the rail out to Pacific Avenue. Follow the rail. Right in there, there's a loop-de-loop, rails, go towards Pacific.
I can't see it, so forget that. Here's the boardwalk leading uptown, no convention hall.
I'm telling you that those rails...
I can't see it. We don't have a magnifying glass.
I can see it. Excuse me just a second. You see right here, as loop-de-loop, there's rails. That's the...
All right, it's in the next picture,
in the
Joe.
next
Close
picture?
up, yes.
Not the next picture. We're just going forward. That's Atlantic Avenue when they're celebrating the, what, 50th anniversary of the city of Atlantic City?
1904, the 50th anniversary of the incorporation of the city of Atlantic City. They had a parade. Here comes the trolley. Can you see the trolley coming towards the inlet? These here, this is Coonley's Hotel, the Chelsea Bank, and City Hall.
The annex building.
This would be Tennessee and Atlantic. Right across here, this would be South Carolina and Atlantic.
All those railroad
tracks
have been just pulled up recently in the reconstruction of Atlantic Avenue.
These particular columns get used. This gets put in front of Heinz Pier years later. This here, they put Soldiers and Sailors Memorial around one and put it at Park Place, and they erect the other one at Hartford and Memorial Park.
Let's stay uptown here for a second. There's that's the same direction towards the east, facing uptown Atlantic City.
Now this arrow is New York Avenue and Atlantic. We're right down here doing a show for you today, 150 years later.
Yeah, the parking
We're down
garage.
here on New York Avenue at the parking garage. See where it says post office? Well, that's the site we're sitting on here in this parking garage. It was the first post office of Atlantic City, across from the Morris Guards, Mr. Morris, who laid out all the streets in Atlantic City. And you come back over here, here's the fire department. Here's the city hall.
That's gone. The new city hall's a block back, and on that site sits the county administration building.
And here's the horse and buggy, and right here's the county building now, so you know where you are.
Well, further down you have the press building and the Princess Hotel.
You have the Barrett building, what we used to know growing up as the Guaranteed Bank and Trust. Then you have the press building where Jack's place was, and the Manhattan was across the street. Now,
on the parking lot of City Hall facing east, sat
right now, this lot, which I'll draw with this, is the Metroplex lot, and across the street behind the bank was the railroad station. There it is.
All right, let's step it up. We've shown these before, but we think they're classics. Slide my finger. There, it looks like a western town with a wooden sidewalk and people walking around.
Check the cars. Check them cars. And here's a horse and buggy over here. Not only that, here's Atlantic Avenue. This is
the FMB building was there.
South Carolina Avenue and Atlantic. This become the bank. All the employees of City Hall cash their checks in the back door of this bank right over here. Boardwalk National Bank, Chelsea Bank, City Hall. There it is, right there.
City Hall, there it is.
There it is from the other angle. As you see, the trains are in the background. The trains ran right up to the back of
and the front
Kuhnel's Hotel. Right. Here is Tennessee and Atlantic.
Went further.
Here's looking even further past South Carolina Avenue to North Carolina. Here's the Manhattan Apartments. Here's the Barrett building. Years later, they take this tip off. There's the building where the press was.
Train station.
Train station is right here.
Looks like Arkansas and Atlantic sometimes, too.
Right, but it's not.
But it's not. Here's a closer on that one.
There's a close-up on that, North Carolina and Atlantic.
They took that Atlantic Avenue thing and put it over in Park Place.
Right, they put Soldiers and Sailors around it, and they put it at Park Place now where the amphitheater is. You can see it. You would drive in here now. Everybody leaves their Valley employee off over here. You can't see it that well. Wait a second. Like here. All the Valley employees run in the entrance here, and you come around.
The amphitheater's there.
There's a smorgasbord thing. If you look over here, you still have the train more sitting back here when it was wood. See it here? Here's the Brighton Casino.
That's
right
before
here.
1906. Then.
Before 1906, before the fire.
Here's 1911. Anybody know what this building is here? What building is that? Anybody know? Take a guess in your living room.
Well, let them keep guessing before we reveal what it is.
Don't reveal anything.
let's put it this way. If you were hurt and the ambulance took you right down this little alley here, and you ran in here and got taken care of in the emergency room. This is the Atlantic City Hospital, Ohio Avenue, right across from the high school, Central Junior High School.
Here you go. Who knows what that is? Atlantic in California, Star of the Sea Church and a rectory.
Here's the rectory before it was made out of concrete and stone. This is when it was wood. Sort of looked like the Clarets, didn't it? But there's Star of the Sea.
All right, let's go. Here's a inner city shots. I want you to get close. Now you people are going to have a good time. Looks like Kentucky and Pacific.
Kentucky and Pacific. West, looking actually north. Here's the church. You can barely see it here.
All right, hold on now.
And then here's where all the social services went in years later.
Sitting down?
Get into this.
Hello.
Let's
Looks like Wood's Money to Loan there on the left. Little deli there and the big bank.
There you are. There's the Law Building. Here's New York and Atlantic. This became the Embassy Theater. This became the Center and the Hollywood Theaters over here on the left.
Right. Real Estate and Law Building there.
There it is. There's City Hall.
5 stories. Right.
There's the Bartlett Building.
Tennessee and Atlantic, right? How about Tennessee and Pacific? No problem. There's the Drake on the right. You remember the Drake?
Tennessee and Pacific. Look at that. Here's the Drake Hotel at South Carolina and Pacific.
That was cool.
Here's the two that are there now. Tuccio's Restaurants in here. Here's the YMCA.
Hello.
Can you see it right there? Here it is.
Yeah, there's
right
the
here.
Village people. I see them.
Right.
Yeah, there's Pacific Avenue.
Right here, New York. This would be the Elbron Hotel at New York Avenue.
Okay, look at this. What street's that?
Rose Cates is still there. Oh, look at that shot.
So you can read it. Cover it up down there. All right. What street's that? Virginia Avenue, right?
That's Virginia Avenue in the boardwalk where the trains brought you right to the boardwalk. Here's the Grand Atlantic. Here's where the Morton went in up here. Here's the Hotel Jackson. Years later, the buses took you right in here. Here's the Oceanic Gift Shop about 100 years before.
I worked in that sub shop right down the end of that ramp.
Right here, yeah. Not only that, the movie, Atlantic City, where Burt Lancaster had the gunfight with the guys on the street, right here.
And that big building there, the Grand Atlantic is going, that was the flat parking lot, Mr. Z's parking lot behind the Islesworth.
When the Grand Atlantic went down, it did become Z parking.
And that Grand Atlantic that you just point to there, isn't that a wonderful shot of that side of the street from the other direction?
There it is from the other direction. That train was parked right here. This is Virginia and the Boardwalk, and you're coming down the east side of the street, and you come down the Grand Atlantic, and all the others. Years later, they put these porches together, and they allowed them all to have liquor licenses under here, and if you got up here, you could go to the Boardwalk up on the porches. It was pretty unique. Like right here, if you went down this side of the street, you went down what? You got off at where? The Jitney Stop, Virginia, and what?
Pacific?
The Able Mile.
Yeah,
and then you walk by the Jewish Community Center and the Clarendon and the Shoreham and the Morton and the Viking. No,
hey,
what was
same
here?
side of the street.
Quarter Deck Theater. Same shot from the Boardwalk. You had the first two right off the Boardwalk with the carriages.
That's the name there.
Here's the Grand Atlantic.
The Sheraton?
They actually show you the names. The Sheridan, the Absecon, the Southern, the Morton, the Worcestershire, the Boulevard, and the Jackson Hotel.
Boy, what a place.
Wasn't that amazing?
Stepping it up.
We got the old one.
Hey, that looks like Illinois and Pacific Avenues there.
Is that amazing?
Isn't that nice with a buggy and people in the street? And
Carnegie just put his library here.
I don't think that street's paved there, is it?
That street is not paved, and you got horse and buggies all over the place. This particular shot here is Kentucky. Here's a horse and buggy right over here. It would be what? The newspaper stand and the Poseidon, which was one of the Kents and the Gem restaurant, would be right here. And the White Tower was put under here years later, and the post office is right over here.
Flowers is in there.
Right.
On the right-hand side.
Yeah, over here. Fisher Flowers went right in here.
That'd be Bell Telephone and
This
Greg
is the Bell
Hall.
Telephone Building, and the one at Kentucky Avenue across from the church.
You got to step the speed up.
Step it up. This became a bar. What a sacrilege. Years later, they made this into a bar called Little John's. The Columbus Hotel went in here. This would be St. James and Pacific and Tennessee and Pacific. The other direction, Tennessee and Pacific. Here's the church, St. Nicholas. Here's Kentucky and Pacific. Here's the church.
Here's how they got in and out of town.
Going, gone.
We got to step this quicker.
That's going.
There's a Main Avenue and the beach.
This is Pacific Avenue and the water. Where my pointer is right here is how they would protect the beach for the Royal Palace. And this was the lifeguard stand right here. This particular life, what do they call it?
Support saving station.
Saving station, life saving station.
Here's a different look from the bay, from the ocean towards the lighthouse.
Here's a weird shot. That was what you saw, the life-saving thing right here, Pacific, and Maine, really, if Maine went that far, but it didn't. And you had Euclid over here. This is the Royal Palace when they just built the beginning of it. Here's the lighthouse behind it. Then they built up like this, and the Royal Palace put a casino on this side.
Oh, the U.S. Hotel and the lighthouse and everything's in here, as I understand it. This is off.
No. I would tell you, here's the rear end of Rendezvous Park. Here's your roller coaster at Mississippi and Pacific. Between Georgia and Mississippi and Pacific.
Right.
Right here. This is Georgia Avenue. That's where that's at. Here's Pacific coming in here. That's exactly where there's the roller coaster, if you can see the construction of it.
I see that.
If I'm wrong, the only other place it could be is at Arkansas, between Arkansas and Shin Terrace.
Well, how about that one we had from Virginia Avenue at one time that showed that rolling chair? I mean, that cyclone thing. We'll have to get to that. You mark my words. I don't think that's Rendezvous Park. I think that's around, I don't know where that is. That could be at Arkansas in the boardwalk, behind the pier.
This would have to be studied. I said it's either Arkansas and Pacific to Shin Terrace, or between Mississippi and Georgia, where the Rendezvous Park was.
All right, well, let's go to that area then.
Right, go ahead.
All right. Is this the area you're talking about?
That is particularly it. This card confused me. I thought this was the New York Avenue Baths.
Right.
It apparently is not. It's apparently off the $1 Million Pier, because here's Columbia and Mississippi Avenues here.
I see.
Because here's a Low Ritz and a Osden.
There's no there is no pier
at Georgia Avenue.
But there is no pier beyond $1 Million Pier, so if that's off $1 Million Pier, that could be correct.
Yes.
You thought it was off Central Pier looking towards New York and Kentucky at one time?
I thought it was that early with no $1 Million Pier. Okay. But apparently I'm wrong. I'll tell you why. Here's a concrete bathroom.
Right.
That's different. See, I thought it was this particular shot, which I still believe that it may be right here.
With the Georgia Avenue Pier.
Right, here's the Georgia Avenue Pier. Because this is definitely Columbia Place in the boardwalk.
They look the same. That building right there.
Right.
Looks the same as that building right there.
All right, it may be the same shot.
What about that then? Can that decipher it at all?
Right, there's that roller coaster scene.
Yeah, that's
right there.
Okay.
Very large roller coaster, which I believe is the last shot. Here's Captain Young's house out on the pier.
No convention hall. No Ritz.
No convention hall.
No ambassador.
No Ritz-Carlton. No ambassador. Nothing. The Savoy, California in the woods.
Now on this one here again, just quickly. That's the Georgia Avenue Pier, right?
Yes.
Can you see it in the background there?
Actually, yes, you can.
That's looking west, right?
This is $1 Million Pier. Here's the pier we're talking about at Mississippi or Georgia Avenue out in front of Rendezvous Park.
But it's no longer here. That was earlier. This is 1906 or something?
There it is there. There's the Mississippi Avenue Pier. You got to watch. The building to watch is this one right here.
All right, what do you got to the left, to the west?
To the west, you've got absolutely...
Is that the Ritz?
You got the Ritz and the Ambassador.
I don't know.
And
it's that direction now.
It's west.
Similar.
There it is again.
Let's move it out this way just a bit.
There's that building again, right?
Let's do this. Now, we've shown these just last week or so, but we want you to see that there's no convention hall, no Rendezvous Park.
Here is Columbia in the boardwalk, Mississippi in the boardwalk. The pier was right here, and here's the pavilions in front of the Rendezvous Park. There they are again.
No Rendezvous Park yet, now.
No Rendezvous Park yet.
No, and a half a Ritz.
Half a Ritz. The Ritz is under construction.
And a half Ambassador.
And a half of an Ambassador. No big Ambassador in the back. That's even earlier than that.
Now, here you go, here you go, here you go. This here is in front of those pavilions that you're talking about, I think.
Here's the pavilions in front of Rendezvous Park. And here's the boardwalk, which would be Mississippi to Georgia, Georgia to Florida.
Okay,
you can see it right there.
Is the park in yet? There's the park. The park is now in.
And there's Rendezvous Park being built.
Okay. And that
There's
one,
only a half of a ambassador in the back, and the other half in the front.
that is Rendezvous Park.
There's what it looked like.
1922 through 24. And it was that large, and then the buildings got
Here's the
larger.
Ferris wheels.
And the buildings got larger. Yeah, Rendezvous Park is in. The beaches are crowded. Chicken Bone Beach early.
Columbia, Mississippi, the pier has become a pavilion. The pavilion's in front of Rendezvous Park. And the Ritz is completed, and the Ambassador is completed.
Hello. Same shot, but just a
Same
different view.
shot, different angle. Here, Columbia
the-
to Mississippi.
You said the Ritz and the Ambassador?
Here's
wait
a
a minute.
photograph.
Now, wait a minute. Now, there's down this corner here.
Here we have the Savoy, right? Belmont
like it.
and the Boardwalk between California and Belmont, because here's the Ritz being built.
Right
It's
on.
only 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the Ambassador, empty lots.
Now, Sherrod Restaurant in there.
Right?
Nothing
The
to
Chelsea.
the left. Right. Hello.
The
There's
Osmond.
no convention hall.
Here's from the Ritz after it's built, looking east.
That dark stuff you see there is the Rendezvous Railway inside that building.
Right here.
Ran the whole block. Burnt down in 24. Built a new one by 29. The same picture, again, that we showed before. I wanted to bring that up. See, you can see that. That is Rendezvous Park right there and runs to Pacific. Very good. That's one heck of a picture. Let's see. Here we are at night with the same shot. Just thought I'd show you that at night, same shot. You saw these quickly last week. Now we're still on the inner city sort of idea, but we had to show you that stuff. There you go.
There's New York and Atlantic. It's all gone. The Renaissance Plaza is now here. There's nothing from here to here right now. The county building is in here to get your bearings. Here's the law building.
All right, we got to step it up. You ready? Now this is going to get exciting here. Here's Tennessee Avenue and the boardwalk, looking towards the city at the end.
Here's your arcade. Here's your Young's Hotel, which in our day is the Mayflower, going towards Pacific. Look at the cars.
Hello. Pacific Avenue, looking
Pacific
uptown.
Avenue, looking from Indiana. Indiana, the Farmers at Weavers is here. The Midtown is here. As you look down, this big, large building that you see here is where the post office is. This was called Craig Hall. They had a big beer garden up here. There it is, Indiana, Illinois. They put the post office right in here. They put the library in here. There's the Bell Telephone Building.
Arkansas and the boardwalk, looking north.
Kansas Avenue and the boardwalk. Take that glare off. Look at that. That's when they get into the railing real
Street's
heavy.
not paved.
Street's not paved. The Erin Cafe's probably in here.
Hey, railroad station, Arkansas and Atlantic on your left.
Here's the corridor project. This later became Perone Hall over here. It's still standing. It's ready to
Texaco
go.
station's coming
Texaco
down.
Station's right here. That's coming down. They just put a Abe's Oyster House here. They just put a golf station, and all this railroad station was moved back to Baltic. Now it's tore down. It's all the corridor. That's east.
Texaco station goes out on the
Right.
parking place of the expressway just off milepost 2.
Here comes the trolley westbound.
Huh. And if you went further uptown, there's Atlantic Avenue at north, coming through south, heading towards you. City
Here's-
Hall in the background.
Here's Coonley's Hotel. Here's the Chelsea Bank. City Hall right now is right here. This was the old Penn Atlantic right here. Here was the train station. There's Atlantic Avenue. M.E. Blatt went in here years later.
Here's that
There's the
shot
Stanley Restaurant.
of Tennessee. What street's that again?
Tennessee Avenue
And
and
the
the boardwalk.
boardwalk.
Again, here's Young's Hotel. To us, the Mayflower. To some, the Knickerbocker. To some, the Almanac. To some, the Penthouse. Here's the arcade building, which was really originally the Boardwalk National Bank.
Hello, we're just going to flip through a few. That looks like it's from Mars and Pacific, looking
Galway,
uptown.
Brighton, Mars, Chelsea and Pacific looking east. Here's the rear end of the Ambassador before it was connected to the front. Can you see it? Move it over.
Yeah, no front.
Move it up. Yes,
That's
it's
it.
not connected. You can see it right here.
Hey, look, no convention hall.
Look at that shot. No
Okay.
convention hall.
Where's it at? No convention hall.
No convention hall. Actually, no Ritz, because this is Stenton.
Right, no
Here's
Ritz.
Stenton. Here's Iowa. No Ritz. They've already torn down the Savoy. They're getting ready to build the Ritz right here.
Yeah, it looks like
There's $1 Million Pier. You
Okay.
can see it.
From where? is that picture taken if it's looking to the rear of the train bar from Center City towards Illinois Avenue?
Here's the wooden train moor with the Windsor steeple still in the picture.
With the precast concrete.
With the first piece of the concrete train moor put on the front. That's Illinois in the Boardwalk. Now, where would that picture be taken from?
The Litz.
Has to be M.E. Blatt. First chance they got up above 7 or 8 stories, right?
Yeah, okay, let's zoom through these. We like this one because they're dancing on the beach.
Yeah, they're doing their dance on the beach.
They're doing the...
Pull this out.
Nancerena. Pull these out. There's the board.
There's the dancing on the beach.
Hey, I'll just show you some quick ones here. Here's the Freilinger and American Gardens. So I think that'd be Kentucky and the Boardwalk.
St. James and the Boardwalk.
All right, St. James and the
Because the American Gardens became the Vienna restaurant. It's St. James and the Boardwalk. I think Captain Young then built his hotel at Tennessee in the Wood right here.
All right, looky here. We got 5 minutes to go in this show. Here's a couple of good ones I think you'll like. I just have to throw
Maybe
these
Kentucky and the Boardwalk. It says
that's what I said.
Freilingers.
I said Kentucky and the Boardwalk.
Okay, I stand corrected. No problem.
Hello.
There's the marina looking in.
Northeast Inlet looking
Now, you
in.
got to understand, years ago, this was all marshland from here over to here. They dug this. They dug this out.
I dig it.
You dig it?
Yeah.
You can't do that today. The Trump Castle is right here.
I dig it. Here you go. What happened with that first picture we had of that hospital? Look at that complex. There's the Atlantic City Hospital, found in 1887. The first building ever is on the right.
The first shot was here, Ohio Avenue. Here it is. Here's the entrance here. When I was a kid, you went in here and they made an emergency room through this door. And you also had a turnaround in here because it was part of the Mercer Hospital. And then St. Paul's Church was put on this corner here.
And then in 1955,
Here, how many people remember these?
the end of the trolley. The end. What's it say? 1865 to 1955, 110 years.
Here's the trolleys, you remember them? Here they are. And then they were replaced by a little bus.
Yep.
There's the bus. What bus is it?
Chelsea
3908.
Chelsea Heights.
Chelsea Heights bus. Who was the guy? Mr. Wirtz.
Charles Wirtz.
Charles Wirtz. He drove the bus for us.
Well,
there he is.
We have a few view scenes that are very small that I think we could...
This is sitting outside Garwood Mills. Garwood Mills would be on your left over here.
Garwood Mills.
Captain Starnes would be on your right over here.
All right, looky here.
And that
we
was
just have a couple left. I got these short series that show some bicycles. Bicycles is a category. If you collect postcards, you're welcome to. The Crane Building's on the right, just past Convention Hall, looking west. People used to, maybe they still do this. Eddie Alloys used to rent these bikes on the Boardwalk at Chelsea out of the Deauville West area. And this is what people did in the early mornings. They came to ride the bikes. And it even got up into the modern era.
Korea's put their ice rink here.
Hello.
See, now these were open. These weren't bathrooms here. These were second-story pavilions, and they were open air. You can see right through them, see?
As you pedal by.
All right. There's a more modern car in front. After the Marlboro Blenheim, put their motel unit right on the front. You can see the Shelburne still back in here in the dentist.
Here's a quick one, couple minutes left. I just wanted to show you the elephant in its different phases. There you go.
This is before they moved it now. This is not where it is in its present location. This is 2 blocks east of its present location.
Old days.
The old days by the Elephant Hotel. Can you see the Elephant Hotel here?
Hello. There you go. The Elephant Hotel.
That's after they repaired her. The Save Lucy Committee. I forget all the names. I shouldn't name anyone, but I know Pat McGann was involved and a lot of prominent Margate residents.
Goes back a long time, this Atlantic City. Underneath that shell, in this envelope, I won't open it. No, don't poke it. There's 48 views, 48 little postcards are under there, and you can buy those type of cards too. So we have a few minutes. I wanted to show you these unique cards.
How many minutes?
That's off Steel Pier, so only a couple minutes left.
Marine Ballroom, Steel Pier.
There's 1 minute left. They'll come back to us.
Back to us.
Come back
Here
to
we
this
are.
card in the next show, to be continued.
There we go. Back to us, right?
Back to us. Here we go.
There we go.
I'm dizzy.
Whoa.
You threw me in it.
Okay, but I like that one now.
Yeah, well, we'll show that. We'll start with theaters maybe in the next show or so. And we appreciate you tuning in. We hope you do it every Sunday, same time, same station. We're here to flip postcards onto the screen.
New York has its lady, San Francisco the Bay, Paris has its tower, London its queen. The town I was born in might change from old to new. That's something I must tell you. I've got sand in my shoes. I'll never leave Atlantic City. I'll never go too far away. I'll never leave Atlantic City. On the boardwalk, the song, people come every day, taking the salt air, walk on its beaches, might ride in rolling chairs. When they look at the brand new, think of the old days, things they used to do. Atlantic City, my hometown, I won't forget Atlantic City. I'll never leave